How about now? Now there is sound. Now I'm here at least. Let's see the stream. This is here as well. Yes. Okay, having some startup issues today. It has been a while since I streamed, so that's to be expected, but now we should be in it. So this very first part is not really interesting. Have very little notes to make. We've just had 5 different small things here. Smart to add text to remember what to do. Yeah, I always in my standard template have like 4 of these tracks so that I can just write down wherever. Wonky one-shots in here, as you can hear. Some really strange stuff. From my short, yes. This is many shorts actually. I think with the ones that I've recorded recently, another like 6, 7. So in total, this track has featured in, I would say, maybe like 15, 16 shorts. All the different little ideas and stuff. This part I'm really happy with what's happening here in this part.
Being a player to me that's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real food is in the social aspect, where you get to meet people and play them a game and have a fun, competitive game. You do the best you can, but if you don't win, you won anyway. Because when you lose, you win too. Because if you're paying attention, you learn stuff.
This is really good one. This is one of the loops. So it's already pre-made like this. I think it's called Two Van Dance or something like that. But I turned it into this build-up, and with the pitching down effect, it's just really cool, and I like how it goes to the rolling bass line here. I want to emphasize that, that's why I'm saying the one shot later. And this is the part that I'm currently kind of like writing. I'm not quite sure if I want to keep one shots in here. Maybe do it like this. And then here obviously we would have a different lead on top of that. For now, let's save this so that I have it in there. I don't really know where I want to begin. I can just kind of start on maybe the unique one-shots for this part. Just a little bit of sound design. So I'm going to turn this off. And then here we have this. That's a little bit strange. This one will remove as well. I do want to keep this one in here, even though this is also used in other parts of the track, because this is like one of the main theming things, because it's a vocal, right? So it's like a vocal line like this. There's some kind of vocally texture to it. It's obviously not saying anything, but it's this cool fading in effect over time. Hello Acid, welcome. I'm starting to sweat already, so this is going to be an interesting stream. What is this disable track? Okay, that's useful here. That could be cool, actually. Just kind of like in here. Enable it again. We'll move this there. And then this small one in front of it. That's cool. I think I want to make a little bit more space here. I do really like how it sounds there though. Let me enable my menu thing. And then we'll get here and just kind of dip it out of the way of that fill, I guess. It still has the kind of same sweep and impact effect. This bass line. Both of them are versions of my bass instrument. This one is set to 16 note. This is the Projector Bass 4 preset, which I think for the patrons does come included with it. If not, I'll like post it or something like that. I haven't made many presets for this yet, so I cannot make like a pack or anything. And then this one is the same. Is it the same starting? No, this one is created from scratch. As you can see, no preset loaded. And then it has importantly a note length of 1/4. So essentially how this sounds without any of the processing on there is like this. So just like a very open bass line, and then you filter that. Then obviously a nice stereo field for this. That's doing really a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of tone. Like this, it sounds really strange. Obviously it wasn't made like first this thing and then this thing and then this thing. I kind of set the filter after I had the stereo spread already on it. But you can hear what kind of weird sound that is, and then with it, it does actually work. And then saturator and LFO tool for volume control and ducking. And then obviously the other bass line together. Do I leave the sub on for these? So this is sub control. Yes, this has the sub control on for both of them. Technically, I shouldn't do that probably, but yeah, I don't know why I left that on. That should be off actually. Let's see if we fix that and what that does too. I wonder what that's going to do to that one note here. Yeah, that does make a difference there. So I'll leave it on for the top one actually. Lots of experimental sound design ideas. This is a big plus for me. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things going on in this patch. I made a video on this with the EQing here, and the follower EQ is really cool. And obviously I have all of these effects that I can play with in the thing itself, and that saves with the preset, which is pretty powerful. There are some errors with it though. The follower EQ isn't working as smoothly as it once was. I don't know why. Maybe this is some kind of update. And there's some issues with, like, the stereo processor still introduces phasing technically, right? Because there's the crossovers. So I would need to maybe look into how to fix that, if there's like workarounds on that, because the whole point of this is that this is a no way to fail kind of bass synthesizer. And so the whole point is that you basically cannot make a wrong bass line with this patch. And for that reason, there's this random here, and I can just click the random one if I want to. I believe I can go back now, actually. No. Okay, so I just lost that patch. It was a very open patch, but the main... Yeah, that's usually the case. If you have to go over it again and you spend a little bit more time actually thinking about what you need to do to get the patch back that you wanted to get, then the eventual patch coming out of it tends to be better. Anyway, in terms of one-shots, we are pretty empty still, I would say. We can do some cool stuff over here. I want to do like a little sweep thing here. I believe this track is in A sharp, but I would need to check that quickly. Yes. Okay. And then here I want to do a chord. Okay, so that's sounding a little bit strange. Should be maybe like minor. Oh wait. Let me check this. That's nice. Then we do 2 octaves, we do detune on both of them. And then it's just a matter of the filter cutoff, like going up like this and then clicking down here. No, I do want to randomize them. What I want to do is this actually, so that we get a more phased out effect. That's nice. And then with a big reverb. I don't want it like a very bright sound, so maybe you're right in turning it down an octave, but I first want to see if I can make this work. I like it, it's not pushing the lower one enough. Or the first, I should say, and this should probably be like this. We can, of course, turn the sustain up here as well. I don't know why I couldn't use your waveforms in Serum. It only worked and an audio dragging and dropping in the channel. You mean the tones pack? You just have to, for the tones pack, all you have to do is, because I specifically modified the files. Do you remember that coding stream that I had a while back? Where I specifically modified the files so that when you're opening this up here, it just opens up as it should. This has to work. I wanted to do something here, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, this is to show for the tones pack. Here I wanted to EQ. all, I think that this group should be less present. Maybe even just completely delete it and just have it like this. If you want it to show up in Serum, let me find a Serum instance here. You just have to make sure that you go in here, show the presets folder, and then in the tables here, you just drop it in here. So you go in here, click that, and then it gets you to your file browser, and then in the tables, there you should put it, and there you should find it. And then you open them obviously through here. I had a few people message me that they were trying to open them as presets, but it's through here where you open them. Because they're waves. They're like wavetables. Let's clean this part up a little bit so it's nice and in line. This is a part where I want some more stuff to happen. It is very warm and sweaty in here today. Hello, Cider. Make use of the new tones pack, actually. I don't really know what I want to make. Maybe some kind of like screechy lead. Set you at a different start. Not really what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's the tone that I don't want. Here's a kind of FM-y one. Not really. I want more of a gritty one. Kind of like that, yeah. Maybe I want one of them an octave higher though. Obviously, I always want them to be like this. And I have a cool sound design idea. Let's set this to an eighth note. And then we'll set this to the pan of both of them. We use macro 1 here in this case. And then macro 1 will also be responsible for opening this up. And then it's just a matter of triggering 16 notes and just kind of like opening it up like this. Nice cool panning effect there. Of course, we want to EQ that into place. Why is this so mono here? Yeah, I do want to keep the stereo from that final part here. I'm also going to add some reverb for some texture. Maybe a small reverb actually. I like that. Hey Professor, it worked. Nice, nice. I was about to say of course it worked because I told you so, but I'll keep that to myself. Cider. What do I want to do here? Let's browse some Omnisphere, because that usually gives us very cool results. So shuffle. And let's just see what kind of ideas we're getting. That's very low. I don't know if I want a vocal. This is maybe cool if it goes a little bit faster at a higher pitch. It's very bright, very sharp. That as well. We can sound match this to see if we can find something similar. A little bit strange. Maybe we need a little bit further away. Let's try this here. That can be cool. It has a very long release tail though. It does work really well. Let's freeze it so that we can edit the audio, but it does seem to fit really well on the track. Do I sound design sometimes with Omnisphere? No. All of the vocals coming through. Maybe this is better. Should we try to get a little bit more texture by just removing that one very strong harmonic? I kind of want all of the high end and the crispiness from it. I don't really sound design with Omnisphere because it's very annoying to work with. It's nice to browse presets, but for anything else it's really hard to work with to actually understand it. Let's tame that a little bit.
to me is
I wanted to bring this more out of the way.
But where the real fruit is in the social aspect, where you get to meet people and play them a game and have a fun, competitive game. You do the best you can, but if you don't win, you won anyway. Because when you lose, you win too. Because if you're paying attention, you learn stuff.
And now this vocal takes over, so that's okay. I want to move this to here. This is oh yeah, this is still from this part here. I wanted to remove some of these one-shots, didn't I? This one. This one as well. And that one. Okay, so that's one of the ones that I'm using in here as well. That one too. Those are all a little bit weak in terms of the sound design, so I'm deleting them immediately. This is going to be taken out of context, but it's good to murder your babies, as they say. In the sense that, you know what they mean with the expression, to kill a baby. In the sense that when you're working on your music and something doesn't fit, you don't want to spend a lot of time trying to make it fit. Just move on, make a couple of extra sounds. It's going to take a little bit of extra time, but it's always better than contemplating on one sound and just consistently working on that one sound, trying to fit it in if it just doesn't work. So now we need to find some replacement sounds. Maybe even in here, like we're full, I would say, with the one shots and everything that I have. Even this part. Fighting does help there. Hello Klaus, hello Matt, hello Davey, welcome everyone. I've been looking away from the chat a little bit. I'm just in a good production vibe. Maybe even here we can remove this completely actually. That's also a slower sound. This is a slower sound. This is already a place where we really want the sequences to shine through, I guess. Minimal one shots like this. I think I want this here. Or maybe 4 bars earlier. Or 1 bar earlier. I don't want it to be on top of this. So this is going to be the unique one shot there? No. Okay, this is not going to go into the second. We need a few more here. I think we're on a little bit of a longer delay, am I not? Yeah, it's not ultra low. That's why. Let's get pretty sound. I think we hit the jackpot already. Hello Sonic Flux, close to 10k subs now. I just am 1,000 subs off. Am I not? Is something happening? I mean, it's still another 1,000 subs. Yeah, 9,043 subscribers right now. I mean, it's close, yeah. It's not really close. You had me worried, like it was going to happen very, very soon, but that's not the case. Another month and a half, I guess, something like that, probably. Unless obviously things change, in which case then it will be earlier or later. If it continues in the same way, then it should be in roughly a month and a half, I guess. That's kind of cool. Do asymmetrical. It is nice and strong. It's not very stereo, so let's fix that. Would be cool to maybe do something like this. And instead of the macro, we do a random thing and then give it more release. Do like this. Once, yeah, very short sounds like that. Because that fits with the very short sequence that we have, which is obviously the squelch thing. $9,040 subs and 10 people watching. I mean, a lot of people never tune into my streams. It is the slowest form of content that I have, if you think about it, right? Because there's a lot of dead air and stuff like that. So maybe there's a few people that are just tuning in when I'm not speaking or when I'm just playing, or maybe even like during the break and stuff like that, and they see like nothing is really going on, and then they leave again, right? Not everybody is interested in that, and also I think streams just don't get pushed out to all of your subscriptions. I know for a fact that there's sometimes people live that I subscribe to, it doesn't show up in your recommended feed, it does always show up in your subscription fee at the top. But not a lot of people actually use that anymore. Obviously way too loud, but it's a cool sound. I think we can just duplicate this over here. And then we need like 1 or 2 more. Thanks for sharing the Burning Mountain. You're welcome. It was a really cool experience to film and to be at. And this is the project that I started right after. You can hear how much my music has improved, even just going to the music festival and realizing what music is supposed to do here. Or psytrance mainly. I'm opening up a serum, but I don't really have an idea for sound. One of the things I've discovered in this project is just the power of Omnisphere. Not really there, but I was hoping for a better patch when I said that. like this, actually. Let's see if we can get a little bit of distortion in there. I like this bouncing on the string part. Yeah, it's the eClip uses it a lot as well. I think a lot of sidetrans producers do, because it's just so easy with sounds like this that we're making now, right? As an atmosphere, this is just really cool, and it just takes a little bit of time to actually fit it in the track. What I'll probably do for this is freeze it so that we can align at least all of the little kind of droplets, and then we can process it into whatever we want. Maybe add a little bit of a trans gate for some extra dynamics, probably some stereo width. My favorite part of music production is sound design. Omni is not tempting to me at all. Well, there's a lot of things that you just cannot make with normal sound design that you're not really thinking of, and that's the cool thing about this, is that you're just only going to get out of the box ideas. It's the same with something like Contact, right? It's not going to give you sounds that you can make. It's there for the sounds that you cannot make. Can I actually align this properly? I mean, there's a few clicks in there, but that's not really it, right? I guess we'll just make it wider and then add. It does become wider over time, so maybe we just do. There's a changing stereo field, but I don't think that it's actually getting wider or less wide. It's because we're counteracting the effect of it becoming wider over this period by lowering the effect of the stereo spread. Can you point out a few things that improved in music production after going to the music festival? Yes. So mainly my attention to detail when it comes to the fills and the build-ups. So fills like this, I would have never spent so much time. I spent like an hour on this fill alone, and then maybe even an hour and a half on this build-up here to just make sure that the flow was right, that it works well with all of the other elements, and just overall implementing some progressive ideas, I would say. So like this slowdown effect here. That then going into the progressive thing here. And the same is true for a build-up like this, where you use the kick and bass to just go up. I think when it comes to builds, this is one of the best build-ups that I've ever made. I've always struggled with build-ups and getting the right snare, getting the right energy over time. And now getting it to work and to sound professional, like here as well as here, is really cool. So that would be one of the main things that I learned. And the other thing is just using one-shots less on top of your sequences to make your sequences stand out more. This was something that I was already doing, but now, as you can see, there's really almost no one-shots in the parts where the sequences are, especially like here, where the biggest sequence is, there's just nothing in here. Obviously, when you get into smaller parts and things where there's little a little less energy in your main sequence, then the one shots come back. With this, I hope that works. I think I do want a little bit more high end from that, so I'm going to overdrive. We'll use that before here. It's almost like a noisy synth now, but I do kind of like it. We could try pitching it up an octave to get it more in kind of the... I mean, yeah, of course, you should do what you like in terms of sound design and stuff like that. I also am a big fan of sound design, as you obviously can tell from everything that I usually do on my channel and all of that stuff. But when it comes to like writing music like this, I do feel like you have to have a certain element of kind of like natural sounding sounds, and I have just a real hard time sound designing them myself. For that reason, I would recommend something like this, right? Even something like this in terms of the atmosphere. That would have not been something that I would have come up with had I sound design assigned myself. I'm back again. It's a little bit unstable today. It's unfortunate. Let's go analog and then all the way up with detune. And then there was a way, yes, to extend the detune range, I think. And there was a cool way to play with this, but I don't remember exactly. There it is. Yes. We use the random and then we use a nice high pass filter as well. Get cool kind of atonal sounds like this. A little bit of reverb on top of that. And of course an echo, and then I want to filter these in over time, I guess. I think we can determine kind of the central pitch of it. You can render that sound in Serum and FM it with a triangle wave. I can do indeed, yeah, there is a trick with the triangle wave. You don't even have to resample it, I think. Because the FM happens before the unison. Something like this, I believe, isn't it? Or is it? I think I can up this over time, actually. Okay, so that's then constantly changing. I would like to have it kind of step up, I guess. Maybe I just have to manually automate it. Give it kind of the pattern that I want, maybe. But that's kind of strange sounding, I don't like that. There should be another way to do that. Let's keep it and let's just filter it in. Let's go for the easy way. Nice little bell sound there. Nice. I like that. Do I want one more one shot in here? I think I do. And again, I'll go for something Omnisphere to get hopefully some inspiration quick. I do want kind of like maybe a small segment of a loop, maybe almost like an instrument loop. Do I still have that render here? I don't think. No. Okay, so I don't know what that one was. That would have been nice if I knew. But I'm never going to find it in here, of course. Wait, where are we here? That's kind of cool. We just take that first part before it resets. I think this is the rising part, right? Yeah, perfect. We just take that, add our delay and reverb, and then that's the sound. And stereo processing, because it's very mono now. This with reverb. That's a very bright reverb. I think it's a little bit too wet still, so we'll go like 25. It is very loud at the first one. Let's see if we can fix that, because that's not okay. Yeah, we want this to be like 10 decibels lower. And then maintain kind of the punchiness of it. We'll keep it like this. Now if you combine all of that together, it's still the loudest part, I think. By far, actually. We'll do that trick again, where we just isolate this, go down a couple of dB, and then tape it here and here, kind of. We want another 2 dB, and now we can see it's a much more sustained sound overall. We've basically removed that initial click that there was at the beginning. I wanted to go back into the squelching mainly, predominantly. Just a little delay, and then yes, it goes back into the squelch, and then it goes into this part. I like that. Okay, so we have better one-shots in here. We need unique one-shots in here. We have done that. I have fixed this transition because we removed part of the vocals in here. That's still very loud. Would maybe be cool to use this one shot in there as well.
Being a player, to me, that's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real fruit is in the social aspect, where you get to meet people. Being a player, to me, that's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real fruit is in the social aspect. That's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real fruit is in the social aspect, where you get to meet.
Okay. It's nice, we just need a lot more one shots in here that kind of sit behind the vocal. This is a massive delay. This one as well, yeah. It's because both of them I'm controlling over time. So that's the reason why it's so long. There's much more delay in this part because I'm controlling it over time and then I close it off again later, right, with the dry wet. Anyway, I want to take a quick break and then we'll get back into it. Yeah, then we have other things to fix still. So let me find a cool track for you guys to listen to. This one let's go with this one. See what you guys think of it already. I guess this is mastered. I did the temporary master on this. Yeah, because this was originally one of the songs from a challenge. From a challenge stream. I think I may have already played this a few times, but I don't remember. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this track, and I'll be right back. Thank you, Cider.
We are
I have to pick up a cake for my birthday in about 30 minutes. I wish that we could all party together. So I have a little party for you now. Happy birthday, my dude. Everybody dance. Dance for cider. None of your friends like cider. It's not too late to convert them. We are your friends in a way, that's true. And obviously we like side runs. This track is still, it needs the After Burning Mountain upgrade. Everything that I've learned in terms of the build-ups and the fills, the placement of one-shots. Like the sequences, the themes and the ideas are strong. It just needs to be polished. We're worse than it. Love Gun Music, welcome. Currently we're listening to this lower track here. This is just from coming back from the break. Like there's too much going on for this to be an outro. Do you know what I mean? Maybe want to turn off the delays there as well, just to have that vocal ring out on its own, I guess. Anyway, let's get back into this part here. I wanted to change the modulation of the acid sound so that it's a little bit higher and it doesn't get buried so much in the part where it's so low here. So let's fix that. I don't remember how I did it. I think, yeah, here. I can just juke. This is maybe cool to turn into a preset at some point, when I'm going to be doing a preset pack. for serum again. I also wanted to bury the lead a little bit more here. Have it come in later. Obviously here it should be completely clear actually. Yeah, something that when it comes to the other track, I like how this sounds now. Now it's really kind of coming in over time. When it comes to that other track with the vocals, yeah, they need to stand out a lot more in the outro so that it's easier to mix them in. But overall, there's just too much stuff happening in terms of like the one-shots and stuff like that. I might want to keep 1 or 2 sequences to kind of like support it and probably add maybe some drums on top of it. That's something that I've been doing recently with some of my tracks in the outro to keep some of the drums in there. But other than that, yeah, there's overall it just needs that whole treatment of going through it, systematically doing all of the fills, systematically looking at the placement of all of the one-shots like I did here. And what we did, basically this first hour of the stream was making one-shots and just figuring out where things need to be, and I need to do that with that project as well. And then it should be good. But this is still in the writing stage. No, I did do this, so this needs green. Crash pattern here. Just overall, it sounds more natural in terms of build-up for me if this crash also doubles in speed, seeing as everything else doubles in speed. That's fixed as well. That's a quick thing. What do I have here? More ending. It doesn't really end indeed, yes. Maybe we can do a little high pass filter here. When is my birthday? My birthday is the 4th of June. Maybe 1 to 3 months ago. That is true, yes. The 4th of June is 1 to 3 months ago. I don't think I really did anything for my birthday this year in terms of like for the YouTube channel and stuff. The first time I did like a cool video for it, and I may have done a stream once, like a little bit of a longer stream. From what I can remember, that was still back when I streamed on Twitch. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I mean, in terms of overall transition, that's already there. I want to try what happens if we this thing right here. It's maybe a little bit on the loud side now. Yes. A little bit strange. I don't like it here. I do like it in the other part. It's a little bit loud in the other part. That was something that I wanted to fix. Maybe we can have a little bit of a different effect in here. It's so warm still. It was raining yesterday, but that's just made everything more humid. So now the warmth is just more exhausting. It didn't really help. Let's go with kind of classical flanger noise, kind of riser. One of my gifts to myself was your new packs. Great. I hope you enjoy them. And obviously I'm glad for the support that you decide to spend your birthday money on my stuff. Your allowance. Of course, this needs to be turned up, and we want a lot of stereo width here from this. I'm just going to go fully wet actually. Why does this sound so clicky? Do you hear how it's like double clicky? What is happening there? Now we have an issue here with my linear phase, with my filtering. Or is it this? Do I need to reset the timing on this? No. There are some weird timing issues here. My allowance, how old do you think I am? I'm just joking, dude. It's usually the case that when I got birthday gifts and I wanted to choose something myself, I would get like a maximum budget for what I was allowed to choose. What the hell is happening to my kick here? Why is it clicking? Is that really happening from this filter? Let's take another filter rack. My older one. This. Okay. We remove M filter. And let's try this one instead. I want to copy this. And then the high pass first. And then the low pass. And we just copy over the automations here. And I don't think that there's changes between what the kick and what the bass is doing. If this is the cause of the problem, we'll verify right here again with our little recording. And we know what to change. Yeah, so that fixes it. For some weird reason, the other one decided to start clicking there. Well, let's change this one over as well, because we do want to have the same filter rack, obviously. And then I'll remove the linear phase, this one here. I wanted to use this because that is easier to, when you open the project, you can reset the timing like this. If I open this if I open the project here, I have to go into the plugin and then reset the timing here for Ableton to have it in sync. That's an Ableton issue, of course. high pass, low pass. This is that low pass. I want this pass here. And then we just copy over. That's going to cause problems here with the transition as well, isn't it? Yeah, but it's okay. It's good enough. You can hear it opens up a little bit more after that, but that's good enough. I like how everybody's just trying to figure it out. Here's still the vocal going on. And turn it off right there, and then there's the other one here as well, which is doing the same thing. Which I cannot turn off because I'm using it elsewhere as well. Okay. Here I'm probably changing that there. What I should probably do is have this change then over here too. And this back to the same level here, yeah. I am going to quickly grab a towel because as you can see I'm sweating. Just something that I can sometimes wipe my face and not become too reflective, you know? Okay, we can close this. We don't need that anymore. Let's just, let's quickly save, because we haven't saved in a while. And then we'll get back to writing here. One shots. I want to do the intro, I think. There's some interesting stuff that we can do in the intro. First of all, there's too much mid-range stuff happening here. Maybe a little bit too loud as well here. I think overall we need a little bit more stuff towards the end here. I'm actually fine with how it starts at the beginning. Maybe just like one flute or something like that. We actually have like a higher flute sound here, which we can try right here, maybe. I do really like that. I think this flute is a little bit too loud. This is still a temporary mix, right? So I'm going to mix this all again and then we'll see. It's kind of like nice one big sound for the intro, I guess. We can maybe put this here. I really like this sound. It's a very cool, wet, kind of plucky sound. I'd say these two are both fixed now. Like, there doesn't have to be a lot of stuff in here, right? I did want to add random panning here. I think there's a possibility for that. Yes. So we'll map each of those to macros that we can turn up the random panning. I kind of want this to, in the intro, be kind of low and then slowly come in, maybe like 60%. Here it's 22, 23 degrees. That's nice. Here I think it's over 30. I don't have my phone near me now, but I do believe that that's the case. As much as I like this plug, I think it's a little bit too much in the foreground now. This is maybe one of the spaces where we can use this sound as well. Use it out like this. In the UK, it's raining and so windy. I mean, that's also annoying weather. But I think the heat is more annoying. Maybe I want a little bit of a drum fill in here, actually. I did mess something up in terms of the automation, but I think it will be fine. Oh, I messed up this frequency thing. Yeah, of course. Let's see if I can find a good fill. I do have some packs with them, like this one here, which are decent, I guess. I just kind of want a drum fill like that, yeah. Let's try that. See you later, Cider. Have a nice birthday. Nice rest of the day. Whatever you have planned for your birthday. Indeed, yes, send us some cake. I would like some too. Is this Ableton? Yes. Go without the delay. I like it more if it's like clear like that, and then you can. I could never step away from FL Studio to something else. I mean, it's a good idea to stick with your DAW. I have the same with Ableton, I would say. I mean, FL Studio is a perfectly capable DAW. A lot of people make fun for it because it's used by a lot of beginners, but diving into FL Studio, it's really, really complex if you wanted to. All of the controller setups that you can do and all of that kind of stuff. They have some of the craziest synths out there. Yes, stick to what you like and are used to. I think here we might still be using a few too many one-shots that are similar to what we have in all our spaces. Martin Garrix also uses FL Studio. Don't use FL Studio because some other guy does as well. Every DAW has enough artists. That shouldn't be your design choice. Or the choice of DAWs. Design choice, what? It's too warm. I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm having a stroke. A heat stroke. That's better. Add some grittiness to all of that. And we'll distort it first together and then filter. Could you show me how much your kick down in frequency, please? I have a question about my last track, which is in B, so it's very high, and my kick fundamental is about 60 hertz, and I don't know if that's a good thing. When it comes to kick frequency ending, my philosophy is that you want to end 2 semitones below the key of your bass line. That's usually how I do it. There is no foundation behind it, I just like the sound of how that sounds. So all of these kicks, this says A sharp, it hits the frequency of G or G sharp even at the end here. I don't know what that is in hertz. And it might not work for your track. It might not work for the groove that you're looking for. It's all about how much do you want your track to bounce, right? Because it's this frequency going lower than the bass line and then back up. That's kind of like a groovy thing happening to the bass. The sub bass kind of goes this and then up again. But you can also, if you want a lot of impact, you can have the sub kind of slide into the sub of the bass, so at the same hertz. Or even have it like the sub go down of the kick like this and then snap down a little bit. It's all going to depend on what type of groove that you want between the kick and the bass and what kind of interplay that you want between those two elements. I was working here. Nice little digital kind of FM-y sound. I like that. I do maybe want it 1 octave lower. Yeah, that's nice. But 60 hertz is not a bit too high. I don't think it is. Again, if it works for your kick and bass, then it should be okay. I don't think going above it, above your fundamental of the key or the fundamental of your bass line is a good idea. I don't know about that. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Here obviously we have to make a change. And then the easiest change to make is obviously to go like this. Values over.
To me, that's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real fruit is in the social aspect. That's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real fruit is in the social aspect, where you get to meet people.
We already have a lot of these kind of elements, these kind of cool sounds, cool kind of glitchy things, high things, stuff like that. Even that can work as a break element. Right here, for example.
Because when you lose, you win too. Because if you're paying attention, you learn stuff. Because when you lose, you win too. Because if you're paying attention, you learn stuff.
I'm just keeping the release a little bit, or the feedback a little bit higher here so that it extends there. Dipicus, how are you doing?
To me, that's one thing. It's a fun game. But where the real fruit is in the social aspect, where you get to meet people and play them a game and have a fun, competitive game. You do the best you can, but if you don't win, you won anyway. Because when you lose, you win too. Because if you're paying attention, you learn stuff.
I think I like that. I think that's enough stuff in here. alternator, we did that. The off-beat plug, I did that. The change in volume. Let's just see if this fill works here. It does work, it's still a little bit loud. This fill also apparently needed some work. That's all kicks. I think this is... Yes. Just a little bit of extra uniqueness in each of these fills now. What sound card do I have? I am currently running the cheapest possible sound card for audio interface, a Behringer, what's it called, UM2, I think. Just a very crappy Behringer interface, which cost almost nothing. So a very small thing, as you can see. I'm going to upgrade when I'm going to, when I'm moving. I want to obviously save up some money. I might probably end up spending more on rent. But hopefully I can save up some money for some speakers as well as a new audio interface. Like every time I've said that over the last month, like now I really have to save up some money. Something happened. Like recently my PC obviously went, it couldn't keep up with the heat anymore and it's overheated a couple of times. So I had to spend almost 200 euros on new coolers and getting everything cleaned out and having it all taken care of. It is just life, you know, every time that you try to do something and in this case save money for future investments that you want to do, it just goes away really, really quickly. But I mean, the summer sale is helping, and my Gumroad products are selling very well, so that's keeping everything up right now. And obviously the students as well. Get some more purchases today, somebody using the code still. The last few days, by the way, I've pinned the message hoping that everybody would see it, but if you didn't see it and you are considering buying products, you should do it in the next 2 days, because then you're just going to get 30% off. Wait, I wanted to see something cool. Okay. Tascam Model 12. Yeah, I don't really know. I do have to look at it. I have something somewhere in a wish list, I think. Yeah, I saw this on. This is a good one. This is Arturia Minifuse 1. It's basically the same setup in that you have one microphone input and then the output for your monitors at the back, right? This stuff here and wherever you connect it to. But the cool thing about this is that it's just better components, and I saw it on, I think, Ollie Music's channel. Probably, yeah, because he does like IRL stuff. Yeah. I saw it on, yeah, Ollie Music's channel. So he recommended a version of that, a little bit more of an expensive version, but I don't really need the extra like input or something like that right now. I don't have any synths or stuff that I need to record. Okay, so the fills are done now. Here and here. What do I here? More ending. I think I already fixed that as well. We did the filtering there. Okay, so that means that the checklist that we had in mind is finished, which is good, because that means that we can write some new parts now. I mean, overall, the quality of this track is just coming along very, very well. I really like it. What do we have here, actually? You can obviously hear much less stuff happening overall. Okay, here what I want to do is I actually want to lengthen this. Not all the way. We'll remove this and this. And that, like that. One is for reverse kicks, I think, and one is for... Yeah, so this is for the normal kick fills. And then obviously it just goes back into the same thing. Let's do more crashes like that, yeah. And then obviously offbeat stuff, and then we want to put our thing in there. How much segment do we then still have? We then still have one more. I think this is a good moment actually to do it the other way around. Let's move this little fill here. We will turn this back into a 2-bar fill. And the reason for that is then we can switch completely in terms of elements. This element then stops and all of the one-shots, and then we go into our like actual main sequence, I guess. This is going to go like that. I guess. This is fun. We can use the same build-up again, actually. Because it's just copying over this. And then the modulations. From where? From here, right? Yes. Once you have a build that just works, then you're okay. Then you're golden. You just copy it over. What I'll do for this segment is turn off the offbeat thing. And then from this point we need a very strong kind of sequence. I don't really know what yet. We'll probably make something with the tone spec. Here we can use the technique from the video that I posted today, actually. This might actually be cool. Just like this. If we do the transgate, like that, perfect. And then we can make it stereo actually within the sound design itself. Maybe I do want these other ones to be the ones that are like long. Of course we want some modulation over time. Let's copy some of these with the modulations to oscillator B. So we can switch between them. And then oscillator A will be the one that is going not in the filter. Or in the filter. So this would be like this. Like this, to switch between them. Or should I do it both? It doesn't sound too extreme yet in terms of the filtering going on. I mean, it's still at 100%. Maybe I should do a phaser. Phaser is a little bit more. Oh, I understand why. It's behind the very strong distortion. I like this last part here, going up. I don't really know what else to do to the sound. It does feel like it's missing something. Maybe a little bit of FM is nice. Just from the sub oscillator, we go like 20% on both of them and see what happens. It might mess it up completely. That's actually nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to 40. And then modulate that up over time as well. That's kind of cool. What I want to do at the end of here is, because we have... No, let's make a 1-bar fill, actually. And I'm just going to delete everything and leave, which I cannot do like this, because otherwise I'm deleting modulations. Up. I like that. Why is that going up? Oh, there's definitely some issues here. I don't want this. I would like to keep it higher there. That is maybe cool. It does sound like the synth in our track, yes. Louder, I think. I think overall it's a good idea to make a little bit of space so that we can add another ARP element in here, and that's then going to take over towards the end. Let's make an ARP quickly. I just want to get kind of the rhythm across here. Perfect. Keep that up, and then now obviously does sound really cool, and this means that we can go like this here. Just have it kind of come in like this and then slightly turn down over here. And then, ooh, I want velocity lower here. Let's do that all in one go so that I don't have to turn here. That should affect all of them, right? No. Okay, then we'll just duplicate that over, I guess. Right now it should have. If I now go here, it didn't do anything. Thank you, Ableton. Anyway, we can duplicate this over to here. Obviously with this block on, like I had before. Now it should be. Zenline, did I say already welcome? I don't remember. Anyway, welcome, if I didn't. This is our outro then, right? Yes. It is kind of a long track already, but maybe this is one octave too high actually. let that rise over time, actually. Still going to go the octave up. And then of course here we go into the outro with the final sounds and stuff like that. As I said, I've been experimenting with, yeah, something like this as your drum loops for the outro. When it's challenge stream, I don't know. I need to find a good challenge to do, and I need to find the time to organize it all. One of the reasons why I decided to do feedback streams is because feedback streams just take a lot less time to actually make. I don't have to spend so much time preparing everything and stuff like that. And also more people tend to show up for the feedback stream rather than the challenge stream. Still a little bit on the loud side here. Obviously this is still temporary mix, but it's always a good idea to have it at least close to what you want to aim for. What I want to do is take another break actually, so that I can keep the stream going. This is going to be a 2-break kind of stream, and then hopefully we can get to like 3.5 hours of total streaming time. Anyway, I'm going to put on a different track. I mean, all of these you guys have heard a couple of times already now. But soon there will be another track that will be ready for the be able to be played in breaks that is actually long enough. Actually, I could already in this state play this track in its whole, but because we've been working on it for the last 2 hours, you know, I'm just going to play a different track. This is a really cool track. Mix-wise, it's a little bit on the dark side, and oh, I did replace the drums, so the drums should be okay, I think. How many times do I shower? I would say like 2 times a day. How many times? 10 times a day? Or is that per week? I would say I'm like on an average now, because in the summer I just really like to shower, right? But 6 or 7 times a day, that is too much. 10 times a day. Holy shit, dude. Well, I guess you have a lot of free time then, so maybe that works. That's the reason why. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's I love water and it's too hot there. I mean, I understand why you do it. I like it too, but 10 times a day is too much for me. That would be, I would be left with only like the rippled skin that you have after you have your fingers in the water for a while. I would just become completely rippled all over my body. Anyway, I'm taking a break. See you guys in a little bit. You can discuss your little fetish for showering among yourselves.
We are the universe.
Hello Cybernetic, Intican, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you guys actually took the time to discuss your weird showering thing. This still needs a little bit of mixing as well, but basically in terms of production, I think this track is finished. In the mixing process, I might actually remove some of the one-shots like I've been doing here today in this project. Really letting the sequences shine. But I think that's it. In terms of things that I want to change. There's a lot of atmospheres and sounds in this part where the acid plays. Here as well. Here you can hear one of my experiments with the keeping the drums in the outro. Hello, Mr. Friendly. Greetings back to Austria. I'm glad that the whole of Austria is greeting me. Anyway, I think we want a little bit more stuff happening in here overall, in terms of the one-shots. And maybe one or two big like effects in here to keep it spicy. Of course, this is kind of the high energy part, so it would be nice to have maybe one or two. Yeah, greetings to Austria. I think a nice kind of like gritty synth coming in and then leaving a long delay tail so that it can fade out over time again. Let's find a waveform that looks interesting. Like that. Is this a starting point? That's a starting point, yes. Then we'll go to a different one. That's very crispy, too much. I like this, I want this reversed. Flip horizontal, perfect, like this. Because then it has like an impact sound, right? That's cool. We have our little bandpass for movement. There's a big delay in this project, so when I'm pressing a key, it takes a while for it to actually register. Do I like forced stuff as well? Yes. I don't produce it, but I do like to listen to it sometimes. Usually not like in my free time. In my free time I tend to listen a lot to the music that I produce myself. And sometimes a little bit of high-tech if I'm in the mood. That's also why I sometimes produce high-tech. Sometimes the menu doesn't work. But stuff like forced, when I'm at a party and it's played, I'll definitely hop in the room for like half an hour or something and just dance to that as well. It used to be when I went out in Budapest, there was a club with like 5 different rooms, and there you would find like a forest room, a high-tech room, a dark room, a progressive room, a normal room, kind of. I say normal, the kind of normal sidetrends that I'm personally making. And in those cases, yeah, I will walk around between the different kind of subgenres to experience it all. Maybe a bit too much. We're gonna go like this, and then we'll make it stereo. I still can't get over the fact how groovy his music is. It's not it's not an artist that I'm familiar with. By the way, welcome to the stream, King Thin. Nice to see you here in a production stream as well. It needs to be wider. Halfway through, but it feels like there's too much work ahead. It always feels like that. But when it comes to producing, I always find that the second half, or at least like a third drop or a second drop or something like that, usually goes a lot faster because all of your like supportive elements are already there, right? You have all of your risers, usually you have all of your drums, all of your sequences, your backing sequences and stuff like that. I find that the most fun part of the process because I don't actually have to worry about those things and I can fully focus on all kinds of cool main elements like we're doing now. Maybe we should have a little bit more kind of melody changes in here, I guess. Just like a simple thing like this. And then every once in a while it just goes one higher, right? Maybe this is even good for the last one. Okay, we should be able to take some of these one shots that we have in here and at least use them. So in here, I guess. I actually think that works. What I'm thinking is a long, drawn-out atmosphere over here, which is kind of increasing in energy towards the end, but not all the way up until the end. I want to try what happens if I make that from the flutes preset. This is a cool preset. This is a nice sound. I think I'll make this 1 bar longer so that we can finish the musical idea. And then I want to make this a bit shorter, this a bit shorter. Have that stay, and then this a bit shorter, and this a bit shorter. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the legato's already there, and it shouldn't re-trigger if we're overlapping the notes. Are we having feedback tomorrow? Yes. I think it's a little bit too long on the low side here. Honestly, I think we should do it like this. Kind of cool. It's going to drive where else is it? I still think that this is maybe doing a little bit too much modulation. Yeah, that's a mess. We don't want any of that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll turn this up over time towards the end here, and then really hard here. Let's start bringing over some effects actually. Except for another old track. It's always good to, I mean not always, it's a good idea to still submit things so that you can at least learn how to listen to tracks, right? Or at least how I listen to tracks. If you enjoy what I do, then that might be helpful. I really like this part. This is turning out very well. Here we need some more kind of big atmosphere, I think. Kind of like a saw, very high kind of thing, which I'll get from Omnisphere. Yeah, I really like this track, how it's turning out, everything about it. It's just, you know, when everything is working out in a production, this is one of those productions where just everything just works. And it's nice. Okay, let's go find our atmosphere sound. Maybe this. I think I'll do it one lower and then we'll saturate it, but first I want to freeze it. You can improve all tracks too if needed. Yes, very much. If it's not yet released, then obviously you can just go back and work on it. And in fact, that is what is happening with a few of the tracks that I'm currently like in the process of finishing. Not this track, obviously. This is one that I recently started. But some of the other tracks are from like last year. Mid last year, maybe even the beginning of last year. And obviously since then I've produced a lot and I've released a lot of music. So there's like old ideas floating around that I still want to finish and put out. And it just takes me a long time to do that. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad. That's here. To come in slower. Maybe with a little bit of a trans gate, and then we'll do the distortion part. have a bit of an overdrive. I do think I want to have more release on there, so it's really kind of like a plug more than a gate. And obviously our long big delay here. Just consolidate this temporarily. Just enough of an atmosphere to actually work, right? It just adds enough interest, but it doesn't take over. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. We'll widen it a little bit, because that's always... one or more, two more one shots in here. I don't think this sound is coming through a lot towards the end even. Okay, so the distortion is meant to be like that, but I'm not going to use it. Yeah, I really want this to come in late and slowly. Of course, it needs to be coming in all the time. Maybe something like this. I think I'm gonna go with a long high pass filter here, just so that I have enough space to pull this off, because it does sound like I don't have enough right now. So that's the low pass, that's not the one that I want this one. Maybe a little bit on the loud side now with this thing. Do I play my music live a lot? Not yet. I do want to get into live performances and actually getting gigs and stuff like that. But yeah, we need to spend a little bit of time actually then worrying about getting my gigs and setting everything up and stuff like that. And I should do that. I just need to have the time, and I also need, when I want to do like live tracks here on YouTube as a live stream, which is something that I want to do once I have like a new apartment and a place to put my console and everything, then I would also need an influx of tracks that aren't in any like copyright system or that don't get flagged for my channel specifically. Oh, you can still hear the delay of the ARP here. That's funny. Is it, by the way, a good idea to do it like that, or should I go back to this ARP here? I think it's a good idea to keep it like this. I really like that fill as well. That works really well. Even though we just completely stole it from this part, and I associate it so much with this part because it's obviously exactly the same now. Just to make it more powerful. I mean, if they play the same melody, I can see it. What I want to do first off is finish off my one shots that I need here. And then we can see if it needs more stuff for the build up. Then I can just layer it with like a strong acid line towards the end here, just to take over maybe even just this part here, right? But I don't want it to be too powerful even, because we have this flute in here, which is important. This song is turning out very, very nicely. I am really enjoying the production here. Not quite the grid that I'm looking for, maybe. Yes. Oh. Accidentally deleted the note instead of dragging it out. Okay, let's go. Filter cutoff. This for kind of normal sweep thing. Hello Dipicus, welcome back. Maybe it's cool here, instead of doing it like that, we go up and then it's just fully filtering in. I feel like this downlifter is one very loud and very low frequency, like low mid. I do like that. That sounds nice. Really helps removing the kind of mud from there. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. I want to take some of these one shots though and put them in the start of the first drop. Like those vocal things there, haven't really used them much. Works well, those two. Another little drum fill maybe. Somewhere else. My brain is from somewhere else. Obviously we still need some extra one shots. We'll drop these in here. Wait, I'm moving them without automation, of course, that's why it sounded off. I don't think, by the way, these all should have like this. I think that's where it had the frequency shifter in there, and that's where it makes sense. And then we'll do it once more right here. This is also important, otherwise it doesn't. This, put that on there. Is this thing doing something now, then? I mean, not really. I cannot really hear it, but I hope I can bring it out in the mix later when I'm actually going to do the mix. For this track, obviously. I think for today, at least the creative energy is finished. I'm going to probably stop it here. There's some things that we can fix still, I mean, like this. But yeah, this part came out really well, and making this synth was really quick and easy and cool. This is a technique that I showed off today in a video, so I'm not going to show off this patch anytime soon on my YouTube channel, because it's exactly the same idea as we did with the thing that I showed today on my YouTube channel. It is maybe at some point interesting to look at the kind of selecting that we're doing here and just sending parts of it through the filter. And then obviously the FM tone adding to that, and a little bit of distortion to overall change it over time. But that's going to be it. I think I am done for today. I have some stuff to edit still, because I always do. But yeah, that's going to be the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this production. I hope it was inspiring. It was definitely for me. As I said, I really like what is happening to this track and what happened to this track during the stream. So I'm really happy with the end result of today. So that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next stream tomorrow. Actually, feedback tomorrow.